Good morning and welcome to India Today. I'm Paulami Saha. The top story we're following this morning. Fugitive billionaire diamantaire Nirav Modi, who has been absconding after defrauding the Punjab National Bank, is freely roaming on the streets of London. UK-based newspaper The Telegraph has tracked down Nirav Modi, who has changed his appearance and can be seen sporting a handlebar moustache now. He was confronted by the newspaper on the allegations levelled against him, but he refused to answer any of the questions. An extradition request against him is pending before the UK authorities. A red corner notice had also been issued against Nirav Modi. Yesterday, his palatial Alibag bungalow was demolished by the Indian authorities.
Please just confirm.
Those are pictures of Nirav Modi, the fugitive diamantaire who is wanted in India for money laundering, for defrauding Punjab National Bank of close to 13,000 crore rupees, now roaming quite freely on the streets of London, being accosted by a British newspaper journalist who asks him some very pointed questions about the allegations against him, about the extradition request that India has made with the United Kingdom to bring him back to face justice in India, about his own request for political asylum in Britain, but Nirav Modi refuses to answer any of those questions. My colleague Lavina, in fact, now joins me from London. Lavina, it appears that Nirav Modi is living quite freely in London. He has set up business again in London. He has rented a very lavish apartment off Oxford Street as well. And he seems to have acquired himself a national insurance number as well, despite the fact that there is an Interpol notice against him.
Yes, it does seem like that now, absolutely correct. But the extradition request, now the big question, of course, is what happens to the extradition request. Up till now, it wasn't clear, it wasn't possibly known, which is a big question mark. But yes, let's believe that it wasn't known where exactly he lives. But now one knows, according to the report, where he lives. He lives near Tottenham Court Road in Centre Point, which is a very plush place and a plush set of apartments. So it should not be a problem for the government to now turn this extradition request into a warrant, an extradition warrant that happened in the case of Mr. Malia as well. But he has been doing all this, what he has managed to do all that, a house, a company and all of a national insurance number as well, because in this country and according to the law here, unless he's proven guilty and he has done something in this country, they cannot take any action or cannot restrict any of his rights to work or live here, because he possibly carries some kind of document which allows him to do that. So unless he is proven guilty, he's charged with all of that, he will be allowed access to everything. But the big question, of course, is will the government of UK now act, will the Home Office act and turn the extradition request into a warrant?
Right. So hence the question, Lavina, why have the UK authorities not acted on India's extradition request, which was given to them in September last year? So many months, but the Home Office doesn't seem to have moved forward on it.
Home Office doesn't give answers to any such questions or particular case, but what we are given to believe from various sources is that the Home Office did not have the exact address, or the authorities here could not provide exact address of Nirav Modi. Therefore, a arrest warrant couldn't be given to the person, but now that they know where possibly he lives and where his shop is, it should not be a very difficult decision for Home Office, or a difficult act for Home Office to carry out, of turning the extradition request into a warrant.
Right. Lavina, thank you so much for all of those details. My colleagues Geeta and Munish are also with me. Lavina, just stay on with me, because I'll take that one point with Munish, which you just mentioned, about the fact that the Enforcement Directorate did not provide the address, the exact address for where Nirav Modi is living, and hence the UK authorities couldn't move forward. Is that the case, Munish?
Yeah, well, as far as Indian agencies are concerned, they have been, what we have been given to understand is that there were two addresses of Nirav Modi which were given to the London authorities. And the fact remains that it was the London authorities who informed the Indian counterparts that they have located Nirav Modi. So as far as location is concerned, this is not going to be a major issue because as far as Nirav Modi and given the position of Nirav Modi, it is not going to be very difficult for the UK authorities or the Indian intelligence agencies to find the address of Nirav Modi in London. In fact, there was a photograph also which was shared by the intel agencies with the Indian counterpart also, that he has changed his look and he is staying in London. Recently, there was a meeting between the Enforcement Directorate and the UK counterpart, in which the Enforcement Directorate again said that you should take action against Nirav Modi. They have given the address, and as far as the company is concerned, now the company's name is Nirav Modi Limited. It was incorporated in December 2017. In last year, there was some reports from the Indian agencies to the UK authorities also, in which they shared the information that now he has incorporated a new company, Nirav Modi Limited, in which his a business partner Mihir Bhansali was also there, but he recently resigned. So as far as business address, all those things are concerned, Indian agencies maintain that they have shared everything with the UK authorities, but it is up to the UK Secretary, Home Secretary and the UK counterpart to take action against him. But in the last 6 months, what we have seen is that nothing has been done by the UK authorities. Back to you.
Right. So taking that with Lavina now. Lavina, so what Manish is telling us is that the address was provided by the Indian authorities to the UK authorities. They're privy. They know where exactly Nirav Modi has been living. Also that he'd incorporated a company in his own name, Nirav Modi Limited. So he is doing business, and apparently it's listed on the company's house website as well. So he's doing business again in his own name. This website, the address of the company is linked to the flat he's living in London. All of this information, which is concrete, precise information, doesn't that make one question the fact that are the UK authorities deliberately dragging their feet on this case?
The question, of course, it raises a question mark. In fact, it puts the question mark right across the Home Office, and it remains to be answered as to if they do know all the information that Manish has been saying they do, then why has the extradition request been lying on for months in end? But now that there is a more concrete, because the two addresses apparently were possibly did not show Nirav Modi to be there, but now that again he's been seen around, there is a website, there is a company, and that's where I'm saying that we would need to now see, with more concrete evidence coming, what does the Home Office do? So all eyes on Home Office once again.
Absolutely, because the question again, Lavina, is that if a journalist can find out exactly where Nirav Modi is living, can track him from his residence to his office, pose questions to him as freely as he did in that video, which the Telegraph has obviously uploaded on the website for everyone to see, why were the UK authorities not able to do the same, given on the basis of the information that the Indian authorities have provided to them? May have been a little off the mark here and there maybe, but it was quite precise, as Manish has been saying.
Yes, it does put the question in the court of the Home Office. They do not answer any queries to specific or general cases at all. They are absolutely zipped and tight-lipped about anything. But from a past experience, one can say there would be some hitch or the other, some documentation or the other that they might come up with, or it might be in process. So now that there is, he has been caught on camera fair and square, it is very possible that they should move and come out of the inertia that they have shown for over months. Also, Brexit has been a big issue here. It's taken over a lot of governmental processes, I have to add, in the end. But this is a very serious matter. India has been pressing upon it. Mallya has already been extradited. His case is pending in the the higher court, and it is very likely that he might get back. So there is a lot of pressure on the Home Office to move, I suppose, now from what I hear from Manish as well. So indeed, a question mark that is looking for a very concrete answer from the Home Office.
Right. Lavina, stay on with me. Mr. M.L. Sharma, former Special Director of the CBI, is now joining us on the phone line. Sir, those visuals that we're seeing of Nirav Modi roaming the streets of London quite freely, it appears that he seems to have set up himself quite well in the United Kingdom. Now, what we know is that there were several requests, extradition requests has been put before the UK authorities, and several reminders put before the UK authorities by the Enforcement Directorate, which is investigating the case against Nirav Modi. Despite that, the United Kingdom has chosen not to act so far. What can we do now?
See, what is in our knowledge may not be in the knowledge of the competent authority, UK. Therefore, our External Affairs Ministry should forcefully bring this to the notice of the UK authorities. So, since our extradition request is pending against Nirav Modi, UK authorities have no choice but to arrest him and to proceed with extradition proceedings. This is the only line of action that I can think of. To say that they have ignored may be an overstatement because it may not be in their knowledge. Therefore, it should be forcefully brought to their notice by our External Affairs Ministry.
Okay, sir, but what we know from the authorities over here in India, as our colleagues have been also pointing out, is that we did give them a fair amount of detail in terms of Nirav Modi's current business status, where he possibly is residing in London as well, an address, couple of addresses maybe, in order to sort of, because we may not have been very clear sitting here in India where exactly, but we did provide with a few leads. Aren't they supposed to act on the same?
The point is that, as per my understanding, he has been shifting places. So therefore, due diligence has to be exercised by the UK authorities to pin him down. Another thing that is to be noted is that UK is a sovereign country. So we can only persuade that country diplomatically to act on the extradition request, and beyond that, nothing can be done. I'm sure UK authorities will act on that.
Right. Mr. Sharma, thank you so much for speaking to India Today. Going across to my colleague Geeta Mohan, Foreign Affairs Editor. Geeta, the question seems to boil down to what do we do now? Those are images of Nirav Modi that the Telegraph has put out, roaming the streets of London. They have given us addresses as to where he resides, where he works, what kind of business he set up in London, what kind of facilities he's acquired for himself in London itself, possibly pushed forward, obviously, by UK authorities in terms of acquiring a national security number, the business that he's been able to set up as well. Diplomatically, what do we do now? How do we move forward? Because so far, all our requests, all our reminders have fallen on deaf ears.
We believe you're still trading in diamonds under the name. Is that right? No comment. You can't comment. Okay.
Well, that's right, Paulumi, and we've had this problem with the United Kingdom on various issues and various counts as well. UK has been allowing space to such offenders. There is this entire concept of PR status through investment. The kind of money that these people have put in the United Kingdom is the reason why it has become a safe haven for these fraudsters, and a certain amount of protection that is provided by not pursuing these cases and actually going and finding those people out and then starting the procedure of either deportation, extradition, or if there has to be a case, then registering that case in the United Kingdom. This whole dragging the feet in UK has become common practice when it comes to those who invest in the United Kingdom, and that's the reason why we've seen India pursuing, after having information of Nirav Modi's presence in London. We know that there were other countries also that India engaged with and sent requests too when they thought that they were there, and then finally the extradition request to the United Kingdom, but without exact address. If you know that the person is there, you send the request saying that we know there is enough that we've gathered with regards to his presence in the United Kingdom, but the details of where he is, or putting out a lookout notice and having the authorities look for Nirav Modi, UK or any individual for that matter, Pauline, India has had a very bitter experience with UK when it comes to these economic offenders, and we've seen UK drag its feet when it comes to these cases and such individuals, but with the media house coming out and tracking Nirav Modi down, there is much that the UK authorities will now have to do, because there are exact addresses, they know where the individual lives. India is going to gather more details, will be getting in touch with the UK authorities, and will again refresh the request that they've made with regards to the extradition of Nirav Modi. Having said that, Paulami, if Nirav Modi is going to seek political asylum, speak of political victimization, then it becomes a longer and a more tedious case for India to handle with the UK.
Which in fact has been his line of defense. Geeta, stay on with me, requesting all my colleagues to stay on with me. We've got some breaking news that's coming.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.